Welcome to the Solid Signal podcast for the week of July 10th, 2017, and the subject for the week is cellular boosters. If you've been reading the Solid Signal blog, and I hope you do, I hope you go to blog.solidsignal.com every so often and peruse some of the great stuff that's up there, and I say great, blowing my own horn a little bit. You anyway have noticed that there's a lot of stuff about cellular boosters this week, and it's kind of because we're doing a bit of a relaunch of cellular boosters at solidsignal.com. It's not necessarily that the world of cellular boosters has changed, but we kind of laid off talking about them for a while, and we're kind of back on them just to try to let people know cellular signal boosters are still a great idea, and you do still need one. Yes, they keep putting up more cell towers and cell service keeps getting more reliable. It's not like it was in 1995 where you wandered around holding your arm up in the air and hoping you'd get a signal or something like that. But it's still not perfect. And more, we rely on our phones not just for voice communication, but for the internet. And you're probably not aware of the fact that you could be getting much better internet from your phone than you are now. How much would you be willing to pay to see just considerably better internet speeds from your cell phone? Oh, sure, if you're at home and you've got Wi-Fi, that's great. And if you're the sort of person who sets up a guest network so that all of your friends can mooch off your Wi-Fi, that's great too. But otherwise, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, you're going to be using that phone, and you're probably not getting the kind of internet speeds that you deserve. That means waiting for the answers that you need. And if you really wanted to wait for the answers that you need, well, you probably wouldn't have a cell phone. You'd probably be jumping in that DeLorean going back to 1985 when you needed to take a long walk down to the library and look through books before you found the answer to stuff. It's really no exaggeration to say that our cell phones are our most prized possessions. We may not get attached to one individual phone, but the idea of the phone, I'm firmly convinced that most people would rather give up their wedding ring than give up their cell phone. They wouldn't admit it to their spouse, but I am convinced that it is true. And that's why a cellular signal booster really makes sense. You install a cellular signal booster, and there are the ones that install inside and don't need an outdoor antenna at all. There are other ones that you put up on a roof or as high as you can get them, and you're going to get great reception indoors. I personally have gone from 1 bar indoors to 5 bars indoors by using a cellular signal booster, and it was super easy to install. As a matter of fact, I've been using signal boosters for about 6 years now, and I don't know what I would have done without them. Because prior to that point, I just didn't take cell phone calls in my house. I would tell people, well, if you don't reach me on my cell, try my landline. Yeah, that was back in 2010, So, look, cellular signal boosters are not cheap. And especially if you're going to get the right one, it's going to maybe set you back $300-400. But before you scoff at that, remember you probably paid $500 or $600 in installment contracts for your cell phone, and you're done with that in 2 years. A cellular signal booster can last you an awful lot longer than that. They're almost future-proof. Yeah, there are going to be some new frequencies coming out in the next 3 or 4 years, and yeah, that's going to be kind of an issue for a while, but honestly, the old frequencies are sticking around for a long time, and that cellular signal booster is going to keep working for you. 5 to 7 years is a very good run for any kind of piece of equipment, and cellular signal boosters are no exception. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling on a little bit because I just wanted to get this out there. If you haven't really thought about a cellular signal booster in a long time, and we haven't been pushing them too hard on the Solid Signal blog, maybe now is the time to be going over there. And especially if you go to solidsignal.com, you'll see a red WeBoost banner at the top of the page in that graphic that kind of rotates around. Wait for it. Wait until you see that red WeBoost banner, and you'll be linked to an interactive guide that will take you to all the cellular boosters you're going to need, gives you an idea of which one you might want. You can get free advice as far as which one you should buy, or you can just add them straight to cart right from that landing page. It's a great resource for you, and I encourage you to check it out. As I said, solidsignal.com. Just go to the front page, wait until that rotating WeBoost graphic shows up. Anyway, that's about all I've got for the Solid Signal podcast this week. I hope you have a great one. And I know this was a bit shorter than some of the other ones, but hey, sometimes I go long, sometimes I go short. That's about all I've got. Talk to you soon.